Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Hare, वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद, श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसारि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे रामा 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 हरे हरे। अनंत कोटि वैष्णवेंद्र की जय। नामचरदास हरिदास ठाकुर जी की जय। शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I welcome you all to Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call for today's mid-morning session. Thank you all so much for joining. This is Shivani from Ashwin, Virginia. Let us move to the next part of the session. Today's class will be given by Her Grace Radhika Kasturi Mataji on the topic of Govardhan Hill Lila. May I know who have joined this morning?
Hare Krishna Mataji, and what pranam of glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Bhagavad.
Hare Krishna Neetu Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining every single day, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for your warm welcoming, and thank you Kirtida Mataji for that very, very beautiful recitation.
Hare Krishna Prithulasni Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to serve you all. All glories to your services, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Shivani Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vinita Gandharvika Devidasi from College Station, Texas.
Hare Krishna Vanita Gandhavika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Gauranga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining. All glories to your services, Mataji. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Danvat Pranam, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharajas and all the assembled Vaishnavas. This is Kirti Dasantri Dasi. Wish you all a very, very happy Govardhan Puja and thank you Shivani Mataji for your services.
Hare Krishna, Kirti Sundari Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to serve. All glories to your services, Mataji, and thank you for the beautiful Bhagavad Gita recitation. A very happy Govardhan Puja to you as well. Welcome to the call. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dhanvat Pranams, all glories to Shri devotees. This is Revati Preeti Devidasi from Atlanta, Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, Revati Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you so much for joining and giving a beautiful association this morning. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sivani Mataji, Danvat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. Thank you for joining and giving a wonderful association this morning. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Once again, I welcome you all for today's mid-morning session. I would like to start by sharing a quote by Srila Prabhupada ji. Decorate the deity as nicely as possible with nice flowers and dress. You will forget all other false beauty. Letter to Kirti Nanda, October 22nd, 1968. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are very fortunate to have Her Grace Radhika Kasturi Mataji to enlighten us on the topic of Govardhan Lila. Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances. Radhika Kasturi Mataji, thank you for giving us your valuable time and sweet association. Waiting eagerly to hear from you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Guru and Garanga ki jai. I now hand over the call to you. Please take over, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, everyone. So let's get started. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadahmakyam Dadati Swapatantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitamscha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschayata Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hare Priya. So dear devotees, today we are going to hear about the Govardhan and pastimes of Govardhan, the glories of Govardhan, how Govardhan actually came about, who's Govardhan, is he a servant, is he a devotee? So let's get into these multiple topics and definitely enjoy and relish of what all Govardhan has to. I mean, as far as Govardhan, there is so much to talk about. Whenever Maharajas take us on a parikrama, they go for days and days of Govardhan Kada. Like, day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. It goes up to, even the whole month of Govardhan, the glories. There's so much to talk about Govardhan. That's kind of what it is at the end of the day. So without any further ado, let's get started. First of all, I pray to the lotus feet of all devotees that right words may come from me today, and that you all bless me so that I'm able to relish as much as you do. Thank you. So first, as far as how I want to get started, we all know Govardhan, because Prabhupada's disappearance day is coming. So I thought maybe let me talk about Govardhan, from an Acharya's perspective. We all know how Govardhan was given by Chaitanya. I mean, obviously there was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it tells how one devotee once came to Vrindavan to Jagannath Puri with a small stone of Govardhan. And Govardhan or Giriraj is not different than the body of Lord Krishna. And that Govardhan Shila, it was given as a gift to Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he was very happy to receive that Shila. And he wrapped that Govardhan with a string and then he tied it and he started wearing it around his neck. And then every day, he would wear it constantly for a very long time. He would feel the sentiments of ecstatic love of Krishna overpoweringly whenever he wears that Shila on his chest. And then he would also sometimes press it on his forehead and then into his eyes. So as it's described, Kaviraj Goswami says 24 hours a day, this Shila was soaked in tears of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, just loved because it was not different than Krishna himself. And then he gave that Govardhan Shila as a confidential gift to whom? Raghunath Das Goswami. This is what we see from Chaitanya Charitamrita. And so he also gave instructions how this Giriraj should be worshipped, and again with a certain amount of tulsi leaves, flowers, and how it has to be bathed. And Raghunath Goswami, he would consider that Giriraj is his life and soul, and he would worship in such a way that it was his life force. So obviously, we know that pastime, and we also know of the pastime that Raghunath Das Goswami would, whenever it comes to Radha Kund, it was his main residence. It was in the foothill of Govardhan Hill. He made that as his residence, and he spent many, many long years living there. So now, Govardhan, when it comes to acharyas, especially Srila Prabhupada, right? Even in today's parikrama, if many people would have gone because it is Kartik Mass, today in Vrindavan, if you were to see, there are thousands and thousands of devotees who would circumambulate the Govardhan Hill. Again, some people could do it with bare foot. Some people would do Dandavat Parikrama, and some people would do 108 Dandavat Parikrama, show how much love and respect one has for the Lord. And this is the most wonderful incarnation of the Lord, and it has shown mercy to almost all of us. And if you look at Srila Prabhupada, when he was in the last days of his earthly lila, we know he left, Prabhupada's disappearance day is coming, and he left his body 3 days after the Govardhan Puja, at 1977. He was very thin, fragile, and in that condition, obviously the doctors and devotees, they all understood, no, Prabhupada was not supposed to move. He had to be carried anywhere, wherever he had to go. But when he understood, or there is this day of Govardhan Puja was coming, he was really overwhelmed with joy, and he ordered his disciples, you know what, please take me on a parikrama around Govardhan Hill. And then his disciples, they wouldn't believe, how is this even possible? You can't even walk, you can't even move. Doctors say if we try to move you, Srila Prabhupada, you will die. And Srila Prabhupada said, I cannot walk, but you can take me on a bullock cart, and we will have Kirtan all the way around Govardhan Hill. This is going to get me into happiness. So devotees, obviously, they were not able to take the decisions on their own, right? They would then consult the physicians. They would go and say to the physicians, this is what Prabhupada wants. And then the physician would say, he will die in 5 minutes. It's not possible. And the devotees were pleading with Prabhupada, you know what, Prabhupada, please, please do not go. We are begging. If you go, you will die. We need you so much here. And Prabhupada, obviously, he'd say, why are we talking about death? Death will come whether I go or whether I not go. If I die at Govardhan Hill, that will be very auspicious for me. But I don't think I will die. Krishna will protect me. And he said, take me. This is going to be my order. After a while, Prabhupada changed his mind. We'll see how. So there was obviously now Prabhupada said he wants to go. And this is a great difficulty amongst devotees. Some were saying, if he wants to go, then he must go. That is his desire, right? And others were saying, no, no, we must show our love for him by keeping away from him from a great inconvenience that is about to be caused. So now none of the devotees could face him. And devotees had to approach some of Srila Prabhupada's god brothers who were very dear to him. Because obviously, as disciples, you're not supposed to argue with your guru, right? But when it comes to God brothers, it's a friendly approach. They are too close to Prabhupada that they can tell anything that they want. And one of his god brothers, Krishnadas Babaji Maharaj, they approached and he pleaded with Prabhupada, and the devotees were pleading with Prabhupada. And finally, he said, if you want me to stay, I will stay. I must go above and beyond my own desires, right? I must just respond to my love of my devotees. And I feel at this point, devotees' desires is important. And let me keep it that way. I'll go with what you say. This is what Srila Prabhupada finally said. Um, so very important principle, how Srila Prabhupada, loved his devotees and how much the words of them meant to him is clearly shown here. And his love for Govardhan, right? That is also clearly seen. So this is something that's a very important takeaway for us, how our acharyas have been celebrating Govardhan Puja and how they become ecstatic to do parikrama. Every year, even in our circles, the youngsters, they take this opportunity to be with their own Guru Maharajas and then they do the parikrama. How in this material world, how, I'm so surprised how these young devotees, they want to be in the service of the lotus feet of the spiritual master. This definitely motivates me every day as I see some of the youngsters doing it nowadays. Now, what makes it an important event to celebrate, right? This story is given by Sukadev Goswami in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavata. Govardhan Puja itself has very, very deep meanings. And obviously, when Krishna performs a pastime, our acharyas give so many explanations, so many lessons that we could all imbibe and we could all learn. And it is described that after Krishna showed his mercy to the wives of the Brahmanas in Vrindavan, he saw Nanda Maharaj and other cowherd men making this beautiful preparation of big, big yajna. And then when Krishna asked Nanda Maharaj, what are you doing? He said, Nanda Maharaj, he asked Nanda Maharaj, what is this ritual? What is this for? Who are you doing it for? What is it that you're going to accomplish by performing this ritual? And then Nanda Maharaj would give an explanation. And Krishna, obviously, he disapproves of any kind of ritual without a deep understanding of why you're doing what you're doing. So Krishna, he disapproved this religiosity based on the superstition. And Krishna wanted to tell us that, obviously, if you perform any ritual or any kind of an yajna, you must know what is this for. You must know how to perform it, and you must also know what you're going to accomplish by doing that. Understanding fully before what we are doing is very important. And then, we also must practice what we preach, right? So Nanda Maharaj, he gives an explanation now to Krishna. See, my dear Krishna, we are performing this Indra Yajna because you will see that our cowherd community, we grow a lot of grains, we take care of the cows, and we are entirely dependent on them. Now, if it does not rain, we will have no success in our lives because we are dependent on these grains, we are dependent on the cowherd cows and all of that. And Indra is the Devata, he is the demigod. He has to be pleased and he has to bestow rain on this earth. And this specific yajna is meant to please Indra. And he is the one who's going to give us plentiful rains. And then with that rains, we will live in prosperity and all the cows and cowherd men will be very happy. Now, when Krishna heard this, he was looking at Nanda Maharaj. Is this the reason? As far as I am concerned, Indra doesn't really have anything to do with this. Because according to the law of karma, he's teaching us this principle of karma mimamsa, right? If you are doing good, you will get good results. If you act bad, you will get bad results. And Indra, he's simply the deliverer of your karma. If you're performing good works, obviously Indra will give you good rains. If you're sinful, Indra has to hold something back. So Krishna is explaining, if you just do good works, why do you waste your time satisfying Indra? It's like flattering. And then his main point that he wanted to establish was, in the presence of him, Krishna, when it comes to the personalities who are living in Vrindavan, the supreme personality of Godhead is Lord Krishna. And Krishna explains in Gita that the demigods, whatever they are giving, is that they are getting it from Krishna. And if you worship me, then Krishna says there's no obligations to anybody. Surrender on to me. That is what Krishna establishes in Gita. So when you surrender to Krishna, when you please to Krishna, the whole universe and all the living beings in the universe are fully nourished. We all know Sarvadharman Parityagnya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. So Krishna says he abandons all varieties of religions, just surrender on to me. And you know what? I will deliver you from sinful reactions. Do not fear. So Krishna very, very clearly wanted them to dissuade from Indra Puja. And Krishna also knows, okay, Indra is very proud. And Krishna, he appeared on this earth. Not everybody knew he was God. Only those who had full devotion understood he was God. Others considered, yeah, he's a great mistake. Some others, human being. Some others thought he was demigod, but they did not understand he was God. Even amongst the demigods in heaven, many of them did not know Krishna was Avatari. So Krishna knew, okay, Indra was proud. And because obviously he has such a position, it is very difficult. When you have high position, wealth, beautiful looks, power, authority, obviously pride comes into place. It's almost impossible for you to not have pride when you have power. And unless one obviously takes shelter of the sadhus and gurus, it's just not possible. And Krishna knew Indra, although he was his devotee, he was intoxicated with high position and power in this world. And because Indra was his devotee, Krishna was merciful. He wanted to curb that pride. He wanted to purify his life. And simultaneously, he also wanted to give pleasure to the Vrajavasis. So he began to speak in such a way to convince Nanda Maharaj to stop Indra Puja. And obviously, he told Nanda Maharaj, work is worship. If you work, you're going to get your results. Whether there is God or not, it doesn't really matter. He's talking about atheistic philosophies here because, this is where atheistic arguments come from. They get it from Krishna. If you don't want to surrender to God, if you don't want to believe in God, if you want to be your own God, all this comes from here, right? He says, in fact, uh, you know, Krishna is teaching them atheism. Maybe there is God, maybe there is not God. What difference does it make? If you work properly, the results will come to you. You're just wasting your time trying to satisfy Indra. And then he also spoke about Varnashrama system. Okay, if you act according to your natural propensity of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, then all your needs of life will be fulfilled. So just do your duty. You're a cowherd man. You're supposed to do that. After all, everything will else be taken care of like that. Now, if you look at Brajavasis, Nanda Maharaj, obviously the Brajavasis and Nanda Maharaj, they love Krishna so much. Whatever Krishna wanted them to do, they will do it. They knew Krishna was simply jokingly preaching them with all these bogus philosophies, but they didn't care what the philosophy was. They just wanted to please Krishna. Krishna teaches how to do it. We will do whatever you say. We can make prasadam for Govardhan, mountains and mountains of prasadam. We can make paisam, we can make puris, we can make rasagullas, gulab jamuns, laddus, anything, fried cakes, milk preparations. we can do it and offer it to Govardhan Hill if that's what is your wish. And then obviously they started decorating and bringing the cows and bullock carts and circumambulating Govardhan Hill. Now, we all know what happened after that. Indra's reaction, how Indra, he was so unhappy because he was not offered anything and it was all taken and offered to Govardhan Hill. So for generations and generations, that was meant for Indra. And now, he's not getting a part of what has to be offered to him. And he thinks he's the supplier of the rain. These Brajavadis, how are they accepting the authority of a cowherd boy? How ignorant are they? They are definitely be punished. Like that, he said. And then he called on the Samvataka clouds. We know what happened after that. And Krishna, that's where, our Giriraj Krishna ran to Govardhan. And, it is described by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur that at that time when he ran out, how did he get there without going wet? It's described that Yogamaya potency of the Lord cleared the skies beyond Indra's control, while Krishna went to Govardhan Hill. Not even a drop of water was placed on even one hair of his head. This is the point. He, then he effortlessly lifted the Govardhan Hill. He held it in his little finger on his left hand. And he called out all the residents of Vrindavan, please come, please come. This is a warm, dry place. You have nothing to fear. Come under Govardhan Hill, you'll all be very happy. So this is what Srimad Bhagavatam says. Of course, I just wanted to elaborate this because our topic for today is Govardhan Hila. But, I wanted to go over certain other details with you today in today's class. So let's get on to those. We can talk about glories of Govardhan. We can talk about how Govardhan appeared. And then we can also talk about Govardhan being a devotee, and Govardhan is not different from Krishna himself. So let's see how much time we have, and accordingly we'll space it out. Hantaya madrirabhala haridasa varyo yedrama Krishna charana sparsha pramodaha manam tanoti sahago ganayostayoryat pani yasuya vasakandara kanda mulaihi. This is Srimad Bhagavatam 10.21.18. So now, here we all know Hari means Supreme Lord Krishna. The Supreme Lord Krishna has so many names, of course, and one of his names is Hari. Hari means Haran, one who steals. So what does Krishna steal? Definitely he steals butter from Vrindavan, from houses of different gopis. Krishna, he also steals the heart of the gopis of Vrindavan, and it represents stealing the soft butter available in the houses of the gopis, it represents the hearts of the gopis. By stealing butter, Krishna is actually stealing their hearts also. Krishna also steals the hearts of all devotees who are hearing his butter stealing pastimes. Krishna also steals the suffering of his devotees. That is why he's called Hari. Haridasa Varya means he's the best of all servants of Krishna. Now, that's what it is, Haridasa Varyo. Hantayam Adrirabala Haridasa Varyo. The second line says, Yadrama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha. Now Radharani is saying, oh gopis, this Govardhan is the best of all servants of Lord Hari. Why? Pramodaha here means extreme happiness. Govardhan mountain experiences extreme happiness when? By the touch of Ramakrishna Sparsha, Ramakrishna Charana. Whenever it is touched by Rama and Krishna's Charana, Rama refers to Balaram here and Krishna is Krishna, and Charana, it means the divine lotus feet. So whenever Krishna and Balaram would go to the Govardhan mountain and start walking on its surface, or place their divine lotus feet on Giriraj Govardhan, then what happens? Govardhan becomes very, very happy, extremely happy. Yetrama Krishna Charana Sparsha Pramodaha. Now, third line, it says, Manam Tanoti Sahago Ganayostayoryat. Giriraj Govardhan, it gives so much respect to Krishna. Not only Krishna, I mean Balaram, it includes, right? Govardhan, it offers so much respect to Krishna, Balaram, cow, the calves, the bulls, the gopas, the gopis, and the entire cowherd community. The whole entourage of Krishna is respected by this Giriraj Govardhan. Then it says, Paniya Suya Vasa Kandara Kanda Mulaihi. How does this Govardhan respect and serve the cowherd community? It does so by offering what all it offers. It offers waters, it offers caves, it offers roots, it offers herbs. Now, we all know this Govardhan mountain, there is so many beautiful kundas like Govinda Kund, Radha Kund, Shama Kund, so many kundas are there. So many water bodies and lakes around the vicinity of this Govardhan mountain. Now, Krishna, Balaram and all other Gopas and the cows, they would take water from the water bodies that is around Govardhan. And there are also so many beautiful trees that produce what? Juicy fruits. And Govardhan also has a lot of waterfalls. And these water bodies are supplied by whom? Our Giriraj Govardhan. And what is it doing? It is doing service for the entire cowherd community. Suya Vasa. In the sloka, Suya Vasa means soft grass. Govardhan, it provides soft, tasty, fragrant grasses for Krishna's cows to eat. Govardhan means that which is nourishing the cows. Go means cows. Vardhan means that which develops, nourishes, and gives nourishment. So Govardhan means that mountain that nourishes the cows. Govardhan gives paniya, suya, vasa. Suya vasa is the grasses. So paniya refers to the fragrant paniya, cool fragrant waters from the waterfalls. And these waterfalls are in the Govardhan mountain. They are compared to what? They are compared to the Govardhan tears of joy. How beautiful it is, isn't it? I mean, each and everything that is around Govardhan has its meaning. I mean, I'm just telling a part of what it is, but I'm sure our acharyas have so much to say about this. It is said, whenever somebody is joyful, they shed tears, right? These are all joyful tears. And Krishna and Balaram, what do? They drink water from these waterfalls. They wash their feet. They wash their mouths. Whenever water is used to wash the feet, it's padya. When the water is used to wash the mouth, it is achamaniya. Whatever we do, argya, padya, achamaniya, all that. Govardhan is doing all the service to Krishna Balaram. Kandara means caves of Govardhan. There are so many caves in Govardhan mountain. Whenever it's hot around, gopas will enter into those caves. The caves, what does it do? Like how we see the cooling effect of water from the waterfall that Govardhan gives, this gives cooling effect to Krishna and Balaram, the cave. The cave also it has during it has temperature control. During times it gives warmth. There's a natural heater. Whenever it's rain outside, gopas will enter to protect themselves from rain. So like this, lot of things Govardhan service did service to Krishna, Balaram, and the cowherd community. And then Kanda Mulaihi. So it has the soft edible roots that Krishna would enjoy. Govardhan offers many jewels that could ornament Krishna's body. And then it could be a seater, like it can just serve as a platform for Krishna and others to sit down. So Krishna will happily enjoy there. So like this, our acharyas enjoy these beautiful meanings of the sloka. Now, Krishna is very happy to touch the Govardhan surface. When Krishna walks on the surface of the Govardhan mountain, what would happen is the hard rocks of Govardhan, they will become as soft as the mud. So Govardhan's hard rock, they create impressions of Krishna's feet wherever he would walk on the surface of Govardhan. Obviously, Govardhan is melting by the touch of Krishna's lotus feet. Because it's melting, what's going to happen? That hard rock becomes like a soft mud. And then creates an impression. Krishna's footprint impression is created on the top of the Govardhan. This is how Govardhan is, of course, giving so much respect to Krishna, Balaram, Gopa, Gopis, and the entire cowherd community, dear devotees. How glorious is Govardhan, right? Everybody hankers for the lotus feet of Krishna, and Govardhan is able to serve Krishna in so many ways. And then tearful joys are coming from the eyes of Govardhan, which makes it even melting for us. So, this is one of the slokas, as I said, from Srimad Bhagavatam, where Srimati Radharani is calling him as Haridasa Varyo. Now we'll focus on Haridas, right? Haridasa. Haridasa Varya. Haridasa means servant of Krishna. Haridasa Varya is best of all servants of Lord Hari. Now, if you look at Haridasa, devotees, there are three devotees who are described as Haridasa, it seems. One is Yudhishthira Maharaj, second one is Uddhava, and third one is the Govardhan mountain. Now, I definitely have to bring this up. Whenever Govardhan comes, Govardhan lila is talked about, I definitely relish Kirtida Sundari, her Grace Kirtida Sundari Mataji's lecture. Because when I started off, from that time, she has been giving so many lectures on this topic. And I definitely cherish each and every, till date, till today, I mean, till this week, we've been hearing. So, how much love she has for Giriraj Govardhan, I mean, I can always feel that in my heart of hearts. So, now when it comes to Haridas, as we said, Yudhishthira Maharaj, Uddhava, and third is Govardhan. Okay, let's talk about these three devotees, dear devotees. Now, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he is called Haridas because he is a great servant of Lord Hari. And he has, if you look at him, in how many rasas has he engaged in? He has engaged in the service of Krishna in three rasas. Yudhishthira is in Dasi rasa. Obviously, he humbly renders service on to Krishna. He is also in Sakya ras because he is cousin of Krishna and he has that friendly relationship with Krishna. And Yudhishthira, he also serves Krishna in Vatsalya rasa. Now, he is the elder cousin with a brotherly affection. We all know five Pandavas, Yudhishthira, Bhima, Arjuna, Nakula, and Sahadeva. And Yudhishthira and Bhima are elder in terms of Krishna, in terms of appearance on this planet, earthly planet, though Krishna is the oldest. And Nakula and Sakadeva are younger, and Arjuna is equal to Krishna. So whenever Krishna meets the Pandavas, he offers his pranams to our Yudhishthira Maharaj and Bhima. He always blesses Nakul and Sahadev. And then he embraces and hugs our Arjuna. So Yudhishthira's service to Krishna is obviously felt in three ways: Vatsalya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, and Dasya Rasa. And that makes him Haridas, true Haridas. Now, when it comes to Uddhava, he's also a very, very close associate of Krishna, right? Uddhava is described as Haridasa in Srimad Bhagavatam. He serves Krishna more intimately than anyone, than even Yudhishthira Maharaj. Uddhava's position as Haridas is much greater than Yudhishthira Maharaj because why? He is the confidential companion of Krishna. Whether Krishna is in Mathura or Dwaraka, Uddhava constantly is going with him. Uddhava accepts his clothes, ornaments, garlands of Krishna. In 11th canto, it is stated that honoring Krishna's paraphernalia, clothes, garlands, flowers is a great blessing. And Uddhava happily engages in his service. Krishna even sent Uddhava, okay, you go to Vrindavan and you communicate with the Vrajavasis. Obviously, that confidential communication with the Vrajavasis needs a very close associate. He needs to be a very close associate of Krishna. Something Yudhishthira Maharaj was not sent to do that task, right? So now, when it comes to Uddhava, we can understand he's a greater Haridasa, a more confidential associate of Krishna. Now, our third is even greater than Uddhava is the Govardhan mountain. Krishna sent Uddhava to Vrindavan for a visit, but Govardhan is eternally residing there. Obviously, one who stays in Vrindavan is always a greater Haridasa, isn't it? Yudhishthira Maharaj, we understood he enters his service in three arasas. And obviously, Uddhava, he assists Krishna in various pastimes. Now, when it comes to Haridasa Varya, our Govardhan, he facilitates Krishna's pastimes in all rasas. He facilitates Krishna's pastimes in the five rasas: Shanti rasa, Santa rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vatsalya rasa. And Haridasa Variya Govardhan facilitates all these pastimes beautifully in Vrindavan. Krishna brought all the Vrajavasis to Govardhan to protect them from Indra's devastating rainfall. We saw that, giving Govardhan a special respect among the mountains of Vrindavan. Now, when it comes to Govardhan, obviously there are many special prayers that are offered to Govardhan. One of the prayers here we will talk about is Namaste Girirajaya Shri Govardhana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramananda Dhaine. Here it says, let us offer our obeisances to the king of all mountains, Shri Govardhan. And Govardhan, what does it do? It destroys all the difficulties that we have in devotional service. A devotee who's practicing the sadhana bhakti, he may face so many obstacles. But now, by offering our prayers to Giriraj, all of these obstacles will be removed. Krishna removes obstacles in the lives of the devotees. And now let us offer our obeisances to the king of mountains, Govardhan, which is known for removing all the obstacles in bhakti. Namaste Girirajaya Shri Govardhana Namine Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramananda Dhaine. This is our Ashesha Klesha Nashaya Paramananda Dhaine. The true happiness, obviously, when we go more and more into devotional service and understand, the greatest happiness that we would come across is the happiness of bhakti. And this true happiness, it will be obtained by what? Uninterrupted service to Krishna. And now by taking the blessings of Giriraj, we can attain this happiness. Now, Giriraj is the best of devotees, Haridasa Varya, and he can bestow devotion. See, one who has it only can give it, right? If I don't have it, how will I be able to give you something that I don't have? So now, if you desire bhakti, yes, I want to be committed to my life. I have this one life. I understand Krishna, but I'm not able to utilize this in service of Krishna. I'm not able to engage all the time in uninterrupted devotional service. It's always interrupted. Now approach Govardhan. Today, we can all approach Govardhan and ask him, yes, I want to be engaged in bhakti uninterruptedly. So Govardhan has it profusely. He can give it to you. He can fulfill your desire. So this is the mood of approaching Govardhan. And while performing the parikrama and visiting the land of Vrindavan, just have this in your mind to ask him, give me bhakti, give me uninterrupted opportunity to service Lord Krishna, Guru Gauranga. And Giriraj is so merciful. He's the best of all devotees of Krishna and he can bestow the devotion to you. So that's something that we have to understand. And now, when it comes to the identity of Govardhan, right? Whether he is Krishna directly or is he a devotee of Krishna, we've been talking about Haridasa Varya. Shastric evidence is supporting both Krishna and Giriraj are non-different. And it is also supporting the fact that Govardhan is Haridasa Varya. So we will see both with Shastric evidences, understand. And then we will see the appearance of Govardhan as well, if time permits. This is all we have for today, dear devotees. So again, thank you all for your valuable time. Now, so Giriraj and Govardhan are non-different. That is being spoken in Kanda Puran, Garuda Samhita. What is it being said there? Govardhanascha Bhagavan Yatra Govardhano Dhritaha Rakshita Yadava Sarve Indra Vrishti Nivaranat. This is what Skanda Puran says. And then Garuda Samhita, Garga Samhita, it says, Girirajo Hare Rupam Shriman Govardhano Girihi Yesha Govardhana Sakshat Krishna Yevana Samshayaha. So, Govardhan is directly Bhagavan Krishna. And then Bhagavan Krishna, he only lifted Govardhan mountain. Now, why he lifted Govardhan mountain, which is not different from him? Why he did that? It's a factual question, right? Why did he lift Govardhan mountain, which is not different from him? Rakshita Yadava Sarve. Why he did it? It's because protect the Rakshita. He wanted to give protection for all the Vrajavasis. Indra Vrishti Nivaranat. He also wanted to avoid the rain created, Indravrishti. Indravrishti means the rain created by Indradev. Then it says, Girirajo Hare Rupam Shriman Govardhano Girihi. Giriraj is directly the form of Hari. Govardhan mountain is Sakshat Krishna Eva Samshayaha. Krishna Eva Samsaya. There's no doubt about it. Giriraj is Krishna himself. That's what it says. Esha Govardhana Sakshat Krishna Eva na Samshayaha. There is no doubt about it that Krishna, Govardhan mountain and Lord Krishna are non-different. They are same. And if you look at Govardhan Shila, I'm sure a lot of people are fortunate here in this forum to have Giriraj Govardhan and worship Giriraj Govardhan with utter sincerity. And what you do to that Govardhan Giriraj, you would dress them up like you can offer peacock flowers, you can, you will offer a flute to Giriraj. We don't offer that to the deities of devotees of Krishna, isn't it? But Govardhan mountain is offered a flute, it's offered a peacock feather. It's because Govardhan is not different from Krishna. This is what our Garga Samhita and Skanda Puran says. Now, we will also talk about a particular point that Krishna, again, we'll also quote another evidence, okay? That would also help us to understand that he's not different from Krishna. Now, this is coming from Srimad Bhagavatam, dear devotees. It is coming from 10.24.35 to 36. Krishnastu anyatamam rupam gopa vishrambanam gatah sailosmiti pruvan bhuri bhalim adat brihat vapuhu tasmai namo vrajajane saha chakratmanatmane aho pashyata sailosau rupinau anugraham pyatat. Here, Krishna appeared as the Lord of Mountain, appeared as the mountain god, and Govardhan mountain in a four-handed form. And he stayed on the top of the Govardhan mountain. And Krishna was worshipping this Govardhan mountain. Krishna was doing parikrama of the Govardhan mountain. But Krishna appeared on the Govardhan mountain and claimed himself that I am Giriraj Govardhan. He appeared in a very huge form on top of mountain and said, give all offerings unto me. So all the Vrajavasis, they were able to witness the beautiful form of Govardhan mountain in a human form, in a four-handed form, actually on the top of the Govardhan mountain. So these two slokas from Bhagavatam also establishes the fact that this Govardhan mountain is it's directly Krishna. Now, Krishna, as the two-headed cowherd boy, is offering dandavats to this Giriraj Govardhan mountain, offering prayers to Giriraj Govardhan, while Krishna, in the form of Govardhan mountain, is receiving those obeisances also. So, Bhagavan proves that Krishna and Govardhan are not different. Bhagavatam, I'm sorry, Bhagavatam, Srimad Bhagavatam 10. This verse 10.24.35 to 36 that we spoke about, it proves the fact Krishna and Govardhan are non-different. Now, when it comes to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, we spoke about Raghunath Das Goswami, right? And here in Antya Leela 6.294, it says, Prabhu kahe ye shila krishnera vigraha ihara seva kara tumi karyagraha. Here it says Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given this beautiful Govardhan Sila to Raghunath Das Goswami and said, Yei Shila Krishnera Vigraha. This Govardhan Shila, you know what? It is non-different from Krishna. Now we all know Raghunath Das Goswami is coming from a very rich family. His father is Govardhan Masundar. And he left this, his father Govardhan Masundar, and came to Jagannath Puri to surrender to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So from Govardhan Masundar, he came to Govardhan Shila and started becoming this worshipper of Govardhan mountain. And he lived his life in the foothills of Govardhan. So while giving that Govardhan Shila to Raghunath Das Goswami, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Prabhu kahe yei Shila Krishnera Vigraha, ihara seva kara tumi karya agraha. Don't neglect, you should perform the service of Govardhan Shila. So this Giriraj Shila is the best of all mountains. Extremely fortunate because Krishna, Rama, and all other Gopas, Gopis, all have done great pastimes near this Govardhan. So this is another proof to say Krishna and Giriraj are same because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says this here. They are not different. So Krishna manifested himself as Giriraj. Now, we spoke about the point that Krishna and Govardhan are not different. What are some of the Shastric evidence that talks about Govardhan as Haridasa Varya? Giriraj is the best of all servants of Hari. Now, this is the sloka that we would be seeing. Nijapati Putadanda Chatrabhavam Prapadya Pratihatamata Trishto Danda Devandra Garba Atula Pratula Shaila Srini Pupam Priyam Me Nija Nikata Nivasam Dehi Govardhanatvam. Now, Pati here means master. Nijapati means one's own master. So, who is the master? Who is the servant here? We all know Giriraj Govardhan is considered as a servant and Krishna is Nijapati. Krishna is the master. He is the Nijapati. Nijapati Bhuja. Bhuja means the arm, Krishna's arm. And Krishna has made his arm as danda, as a rod. And he has held this Govardhan as an umbrella. So Govardhan mountain became an umbrella. Krishna's hand became the handle for that umbrella. So here it is very clear that Govardhan is seen as a servant of Krishna, as the devotee of Krishna. Now, so we have seen Shastric evidences where it's being talked about Govardhan mountain is not different from Krishna, and now we've seen an evidence that talks about him being the servant of Krishna. So Giriraj Govardhan is both Bhakta Swarupa and Bhagavata Swarupa. Bhagavata Swarupa means Krishna's form, God's form. Bhakta Swarupa means devotee's form. So we can consider Krishna as a servant of Krishna. We can consider Govardhan as a servant of Krishna and devotee of Krishna, and also Krishna himself. This is how we need to worship. Now, I know we have few more minutes, so let's delve into appearance of Govardhan, dear devotees. So how did Govardhan appear in this world? So we will see, there are 3 stories quoted, but we can see one of them or 2 based on the time constraints, okay? So now we all know there are a lot of mountains in this universe, and one of the mountains is called Dronachala. That is the best of all mountains. That is the king of the mountains. And Mount Drona is considered the king. It's like the king of Himalayas. And kings have many sons, many children. So one of the sons of this king Drona is the Govardhan mountain. So Govardhan is the son of Mount Drona, the king of Himalayas. One day, a great sage called Pulashti Rishi went to Himalayan area. There he saw Govardhan mountain. And Govardhan mountain, he saw, oh my God, they were filled with so many beautiful trees, flowers, fruits, rocks, waterfalls, and so many caves and valleys and all of that. So Govardhan is filled with so much variety and it was so beautiful. And he thought this was the best place for the sage to do their tapasya, right? What do sages do? Obviously, they go to the forest and then, do their tapasya because there is silence there. They cannot do tapasya in a place where there is so much noise, right? Lot of passion. When there is a lot of passion around, it's very difficult there'll be a lot of disturbance. So generally they go to very secluded place like a mountain or a forest to do their tapasya. And Pulasti Rishi, he saw this beautiful Govardhan mountain and he felt, oh my God, this is the place I want to do tapasya. I want to sit here and perform tapasya. But Pulasti Mani felt that he should not be sitting in Himalayas and doing his tapasya. I will take this mountain wherever I want and I will do tapasya sitting on this mountain. So that's what he thought in his mind. But he was thinking of carrying a mountain with himself. And wherever I go, it's like I'll take this Govardhan mountain with me. So he went to the Govardhan mountain. Please come with me. I want you for my austerities. And obviously, Govardhan didn't know what to say. He said, go and ask my father. And then the father's, the Pulasti Muni went to Dronachal and said, can you please give your son to me? And Dronachal, the king of Himalayas, he felt how can I give my son? But he felt okay. It's like, we are doing some charity. I mean, he's personally asking us, this Brahmin, and he should never say no to such a person. So he felt within him, okay, it's our duty to do serve this Brahmana, something like that. So he told Govardhan, can you please go with him? But in the hearts of the hearts, Govardhan did not want to go with this Pulastya Muni. Govardhan Mountain is an eternal place for Krishna's pastimes, and Govardhan doesn't want himself for the austerity of the sages, but he wants to offer himself to the pastimes of where Supreme Lord is. But again, this is an obligation. Father Dronachal is asking, and he has to obey father's order. So Brahmana says, he's actually begging him. And Govardhan obliged, okay, let me go with you, plus Timni. Govardhan said, okay, I'll come with you, but you know what? I have one condition. You should decide where you want to place me. Don't move me here and there. You should first decide where you want to place me. Once you place me at a particular spot, I'm not going to move from there. You should place me wherever you want me to be there. That's your wish. I can't just move with you around. And Tulsi Muni said, okay, that's a fair request, no problem. So now Govardhan agreed to come with Pulastya Muni. In Pulastya Muni, being a great sage with so much mystic powers, what he did was he uprooted the Govardhan mountain just like Hanuman could uproot the mountains. He could carry the mountain from Himalaya to all the way to Lanka, right? He could do that. So these mystic sages, they have that potency. So now some people, as you know, they have that ability, and Pulastya Muni was taking Govardhan through his mystic power. And now suddenly he felt an urgent need to attend nature's call. So now what happened was he had to place Govardhan in one spot, which is not according to his desire. Pulastya Muni flew in the air carrying Govardhan mountain, and he came to Vrindavan Dham. And through the mystic potency of the Lord, now he felt there is an urgent need to attend the nature's call. So he placed this Giriraj Govardhan in Vrindavan Dham, and then he went to attend his nature's call. After he came back, he said, let's go, Govardhan, let's go. And Govardhan said, no, no, you don't remember my condition. I have told you in Himalayas. I told you that I'll stay in only one place. Wherever you place me the first time, I'm not going to move from there. If you want to stay here and do the austerities, do. Otherwise, I'm not going to come with you. Pulastya Rishi said, I curse you that you will reduce your size to seed of the mustard seed on a daily basis. He'll keep producing day by day. That's the curse. And again, that curse was beneficial to Govardhan because in those days, Govardhan was very, very huge. By the time in Dwapar Yuga, Krishna and Balaram appeared on this planet to perform the pastimes, Govardhan mountain had to manifest in a size suitable for Krishna and Balaram. So the reduction of the size of Govardhan was actually beneficial. So now, again, this is how Govardhan appeared in Vrindavan Dham through the medium of Pulastya Muni. This is one story, dear devotees. There's also another story. Now, we all know Hanumanji was bringing different mountain peaks and boulders from places of Ram Setu, right? So in the past times where Ravana comes in disguise and kidnaps Sita, he takes her to Lanka. Ram and Lakshman obviously go in search of Krishna, go in search of Sita Ma everywhere. And finally, they make friendship with Sugriva. We all know that he's the king of monkeys. And Sugriva, he dispatches all the monkeys to find Sitama. Finally, Hanumanji finds Sitama in Lanka and he informs Ramchandra, right? Ram, Sugriva, Hanuman, Jambavan, Angada, all these monkey warriors, along with thousands of other monkey soldiers, would come to the bank of Lanka to cross this ocean so they could have a fight with Ravana and claim Sita. When Ram came to the bank of the ocean, he fasted for 3 nights and prayed to the ocean god, please, I have millions of monkeys behind me and I have to cross this mountain, cross this ocean. And not every monkey obviously can jump across the ocean. Hanumanji can, but others cannot, right? Imagine somebody is capable, some may not be capable. So the ocean god did not respond for 3 days and Ram became furious. He took he took his bow and then put that on the ocean. By that sound, the aquatics in the ocean got agitated, and the ocean god, he became fearful. He took an aarti plate and he worshipped Ram. He said, "Please forgive me. Tell me what I'm supposed to do to serve you." And Ram said, "I have to cross this ocean. Show me some way." And ocean god said, "Don't worry. My waters are not going to impede you. You and your monkeys can easily cross. But I have one request. Now, the request is that, can you make a bridge with the stones floating on water? If you do so, all of future generations are going to glorify you." Just to please the ocean god, Ramachandra, he decided to make that stone bridge across the Lanka, across where he had to go to Lanka. He told all the monkeys to gather, trees, logs, stones, mountain peaks, and boulders. And these powerful monkeys, they went to get big boulders. Hanumanji, being very powerful, he went to Himalayas. He lifted Giriraj Govardhan. See, he told Giriraj that you needed in Ramachandra's service, come with me. And Hanumanji reached the Vrindavan area. Other monkeys, they informed Hanumanji that we have sufficient stones to make the bridge. The bridge is complete now. We don't need any more stones. Oh, and Hanumanji was about to leave Vrindavan, and Govardhan started speaking to Hanumanji. Hanumanji, you're a great devotee of Ramachandra. You're doing so many services to beat Ram, Lakshman, Sitama. What about me? You're leaving me here? You're not using me in Ramachandra's service. Uh, you came you came to me asking that I could be used in Ramachandra's service, and now you're leaving me here. Hanumanji said, "Yes, you know what? I'm inspired by your eagerness to serve Ram and Lakshman, but the bridge is already made. That is why I'm not able to take you. But you know what? I will promise you that you will receive a very good fortune in next yuga when the Lord appears as Krishna and Balaram. So they will perform pastimes on your surface, in your caves, on the cow, along with your cows, along with your gopas, along with your gopis. They will perform pastimes here in Vrindavan with you. And Amanji blessed this Govardhan mountain there. And then devotees, um, when you look at Hanumanji, how he blesses, right? I mean, how he blessed Govardhan by his blessings. The great servant of Lord Ram, uh, also now becomes, the Govardhan becomes a great servant of Krishna. So this is the second story, how Govardhan was actually placed in Vrindavan Ram by Hanumanji. So now there is a few more minutes, and this will not take a long time. I'll try my best to keep it short. So there is this third story about appearance of Govardhan mountain. This happened in the spiritual world, okay? So one day, Lord Krishna, he performed his divine rasa dance with the gopis of Vrindavan, along with Srimati Radharani. And when Krishna and Radharani and the gopis, they became transcendently tired, Radharani told Krishna, "Krishna, you know what? I want a very special place for this rasa dance. Can you please create a wonderful, beautiful arena for our rasa dance? I want to dance with you there." And when Radharani requested Krishna like this, Krishna said, "Yes, yes, of course, Radharani. You're my divine energy. You're the greatest devotee. When you're requesting something from me, you know what? I'm definitely going to fulfill your desire." So then Krishna meditated. A fiery glow came from his heart, and this fiery glow is the seed of love, the seed of pure Krishna prema. It fell on the ground, and it started growing in the form of a beautiful mountain called Govardhan Hill. So that is Krishna's love, the love which is there within Krishna's heart. It came out as a request of Radharani, and then it took its form as Giriraj Govardhan. So because the love is unlimited, right? Giriraj Govardhan also grew big and became a mountain 800,000 miles wide, 8 billion miles long, and 4 billion miles tall, and is growing only. It's continuing to expand because the Krishna Prema is unlimited. So Giriraj is nothing but the manifestation of Krishna and Krishna's love within his heart. He is expanding everywhere. So now the other gopis, in seeing this, they are all becoming little fearful. Govardhan mountain is expanding everywhere. Where is the place for other things in Vrindavan? Then Lord Krishna tapped the Govardhan mountain, and he stepped on the Govardhan mountain and stopped Govardhan mountain's growth, it seems. This is enough for our pastime, so it just be like this. So we need to understand that Giriraj is a manifestation of Krishna in the mood of a devotee. Just like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is non-different from Krishna, but he adopted the mood of devotee. Giriraj is a manifestation of Krishna and Krishna's love within the heart. And Giriraj is in the mood of a devotee. So now Govardhan came from Krishna's heart with a desire to please and serve Srimati Radharani and the gopis, who are the best devotees of Krishna. So Bhavishya Puran also says Giriraj comes from the minds of Radha and Krishna. These are some of the stories and pastimes from our scriptures. So the conclusion is what? He is both Bhagavat Swarupa and Bhagavata Swarupa. He is manifestation of Krishna, not different from Krishna. And Govardhan also manifests in the mood of devotee of Krishna. And he is the best of all devotees of Krishna. So I think we are at the mark of the hour. So let's pause today's class and call it a day. Vanchakalpa tarubhyasya kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnav Vrind ki jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to my Guru Maharaj. Hare Krishna. Thank you all dear devotees for attending today's class. I totally appreciate your time. Being a weekday and being a weekday in the morning, it's very difficult, but you all take an effort to attend this every day sincerely. And I definitely appreciate this opportunity of Bhakti Sangha. Thank you, Preeti Vilatsini Mataji, for giving me this opportunity to talk about Giriraj Govardhan. I think I thought about Giriraj more than what I would normally do. But again, it's all because of the opportunity Bhakti Sangha gives me every time that I'm able to talk about certain pastimes and go deep into them. I appreciate it again. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, Radhika Kasturi Mataji. Thank you so much. What a beautiful nectarian pastimes and glorification of Govardhan Hill. Govardhan Jai. Thank you for sharing, like as you started the class, so beautifully sharing the pastime of Govardhan Shila that was given to Mahaprabhu. Now he wore it in his neck, and how it's not different from Lord Krishna. You also shared the beautiful pastime when Prabhupada was extremely sick and his health was extremely fragile, that he wanted to just do the parikrama of Govardhan Hill, and how the disciples caring for him and speaking to his god brother and convincing him that he should give up the idea, because they cared for him, that he is so sick and not well, and he also loved his devotees so much that he gave changed his mind not to do it. Thank you for sharing so many beautiful verses from Canto 10, 21, chapter 21 and 18, and also from Canto 10, chapter 24, verses 35 to 36, that mentions how Krishna and Govardhana is not different. You also told us the meanings of Govardhana. Go means cows, and Vardhana means nourishment or increasing one's senses by worshipping Lord Krishna. And lastly, as you mentioned, the beautiful three stories that you shared, how Govardhan was blessed by Hanumanji, and how Punisya Muni brought him to Vrindavan, and lastly, how it's the love that appeared from Lord Krishna manifested into Govardhan. Hari Bol. Very, very grateful to you, Mataji. Thank you so much. Hari Krishna, dear devotees. Please go ahead and share your realizations or any questions. Please, Preeti Vilasni Mataji, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, thank you so much. Thank you, dear Radhika Kasturi Mataji. Actually, this week's opportunities were assigned by Kirtida Mataji. She was the one who chose you. I just sent the message.
Oh, thank you, Mataji. Kirtida Mataji, as I said, I just adore you. Whenever you talk, you are from years I've been listening to your Giriraj Govardhan. So it's not just to this week, but yes, I've always been in admiration whenever you talk of Giriraj and Giriraj pastime. So much you add to the table, Mataji. Totally
Yeah,
agree with my
and
reading.
Yeah, and I request Bhakti Sangha devotees to stay tuned. We're going to have a special Govardhan Parikrama series also from this week, from Friday onwards. Anyway, thank you, Radhika Mataji. This was a very, very, very beautiful class. You put your heart and soul. It was so well structured. Like Shiva, and one day I want to read Shivani Mataji's notes. They are so nice. Yeah. Yeah. Like Shivani Mataji said, I'm just repeating yours and her words. The way you started off the class with the example of Srila Prabhupada, with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu receiving the Govardhan Shila and passing it on to Raghunath Das Goswami, and the importance of Govardhan, the story of Govardhan, quoting verses from 10th canto of Bhagavatam, very systematically describing the story, the importance, how Krishna came up with different atheistic theories, and then finally he said, okay, worship Govardhan, how they worship Govardhan, how they offered everything to Govardhan, and then how you delved into the philosophy, the tattva of the non-difference between Krishna and Govardhan. That was also very beautiful. And finally, how you wrapped it up with the appearance of Govardhan through various stories. Very relishable class, Mataji. It was a full package. This is all we wanted to hear, and thank you for putting it together so nicely for us and giving it to us. It was like a nice chocolate wrapped neatly, and we were just able to take it out and eat it. That's all.
Oh my God.
Thank you.
Nobody can be as sweet as you are. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Preeti Lasmi Mataji, for sharing your beautiful realizations. How you beautifully, in the end, said it was chocolate, a piece of chocolate wrapped so beautifully. Thank you so much, Mataji. Let me see. Hare Krishna devotees. If you have any other devotees have any realizations in the chat, Mataji, everybody's thanking you. Janvi Mataji saying Hare Krishna. Please accept my humble obeisances. Happy Govardhan. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. All glories to assembled devotees. Anita Mataji saying very nice pastimes, Mataji. Anita Gandharika Mataji is thanking Mataji. Very beautiful class. And Anita Mataji saying
Thank you, Radhika Kasturi Mataji, for beautiful class. Very grateful
Thank
to
you,
you.
Mataji. Very great.
I remember you wanted to do Damodar and Govardhan class in the Krishna Katha Mela. I said, please don't do that. You can do it now. I mean, and Krishna gave you the opportunity to do Govardhan. And I was so happy for that. Hari bol.
Yes, yes, I had that desire. I mean, when I did Krishna Katha, so this was one of my desires to talk about Govardhan pastimes. And you're right, Mataji, it happened through Her Grace Preeti Vilasni Mataji and Kirti Dasundari Mataji. Thank you.
And Anita Mataji saying, I wish you could continue. I feel the same way. Sukhsadri Mataji saying, Jai Govardhan, Jai Radhika Mataji. Devan Prabhuji, Hare Krishna Mataji, beautiful class. And Sunil Prabhuji saying, Jai. Thank you so much, Mataji, for a beautiful pastime and explaining so wonderfully Haridas Varia's verse. May Mahaprabhu chant the verse whenever he sees any rock. And Janma Mataji, thank you, is appreciating. And Vrinda Gopika Mataji's Koti Koti Dana Pranam, Shri Govardhan Hill, Shri Dham Ki Jai. Thank you, dear Her Grace Radhika Kasturi Mataji. And Revati Mataji is also thanking you and paying her Dana Pranams. Harita Mataji is saying Hare Krishna Dana Pranams, very beautifully explained. Yes, everybody is loving this class. Thank you so much, Mataji. So grateful to you. You have set the mood for us. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. If there are no more questions or realizations, I would like to pay my obeisances to Her Grace Radhika Kasturi Mataji and all the assembled devotees. Do I have your permission to close the call, Mataji? वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः वच पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः अनंत कोटि वैष्णवेन्द्र की जय श्री प्रभुपाद की जय गोवर्धन धाम की जय हर ग्रेस राधिका कस्तूरी माता जी की
All glories
जय
to
Jai. Thank you,
Jai.
Mataji. Koti
Hare
Koti
Krishna
Dandavat
Mataji.
Pranam. Jai
Thank
Srila
you,
Prabhupada.
Mataji.